slightly staggered start there. We're doing. I'm gonna take away the aesthetics of it because that's what I was unfortunately working on. And I was like, wait, the core of the game isn't finished. And what do I exactly mean by that? Let me show you. Okay, number one, I need to fix the size of the game. This is obviously screwed up. I was, again, unfortunately working on the aesthetics of the game before finishing the core bit of it. I mean, a lot of the game is finished. I just did not do certain key elements that are pretty important. So let me resize all this, and then I can focus on the aesthetics once I absolutely had that done. Hey, EndNull. Hope you're doing well. Switching my schedule a bit to do this Monday, Tuesday, Thursday because I kept missing weekends. Speaking of, hope your weekend was well. Or good. Well, I don't know what the correct grammar of that is. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I am doing a bit better today. I having a kid, you constantly get sick, and then you're a person as well, so you get like emotional hoopla. So that was a bad combo, but I'm hoping to bounce back starting today. Oh, okay, gotcha. We're super far apart from each other. Otherwise, I've been like, "Oh, you got the same thing as me," but I don't know. I think part of it was, I don't want to say stress-induced, but like part of it was mental for sure. I hope you're feeling well or better since then. Do. I need to readjust the man. Yeah, like I was saying in the beginning of the stream, I was, which I mean, it looked cool. It really did look cool, but then I was, and I'll show you exactly what it looked cool. It's not gonna look exactly right now, but let me resize this a little bit. Hold on. But I had this like really cool aesthetic going for the game where it had the shader applied to the TV. Like it gave this really cool retro aesthetic feel to it. But I was like, well, I don't need to do that right now. I should primarily focus on the making sure that the game loop works, because I know parts of it did not work. So I'm gonna work on that, and then I can go back into the aesthetic. I think I just got so enthused with the shader that I lost focus. Yeah, I'm gonna put it over a TV for sure. But again, I'll focus on that later. I need to finish the core bits of gameplay right now. Because I was super focused on it, and then my kid wanted to play, and then I was like, oh, the aesthetic, because it's unfinished, makes this game like not 100% playable, and I also didn't have the keyboard functionality with the highlighting via the animations work 100%. So I was like, oh, okay, so the game isn't finished and I'm polishing it. So I'm polishing a piece of garbage, respectfully, to myself. Like, if it doesn't fully work, then what's the point? Who cares? My kid's not going to care how good it looks, per se. I mean, they're going to care, but they're not going to... First of all, they're not going to fully get the... They've never seen a CRT TV. That's number one. They have no concept for why this is a cool vintage feel. And again, it was getting in the way of gameplay, so can't have that. Where are you on the Z-axis? Z-axis, not speed. Ordering, Z-axis 1. Maybe you should be 2, 3. What was the reset of? The reset values 0, 1. Oh, so maybe it's just the Y value or Z value of this one. Ordering back. Oops. Okay, can't go back. Shouldn't go that far forward. So it's the rope itself. And rope Z-axis is transfer 2, 3. Okay, and that doesn't go over the dog. It does go over the dog, so dog needs to be yeah, likely a good idea to work on the base things before how it looks. Mistake some major, yeah. Ubisoft being a prime culprit of polishing and making sure it looks good or feels good, but not really focusing on the core bit of gameplay, which is why they have like one project now, which is like For Honor, since the Assassin's Creed Shadow released, but it didn't release to like fanfare. I can't say how many major games failed, even though they looked awesome, because the gameplay didn't work. Exactly. Yeah. It goes back to the conversation that we had before, however awkward that may have been. I even hate saying it myself, but the story of a porn matters less than the core bit of the porn. Like, you got to get the action up front and then sync them in with a story, whether that be video games or pornography. Again, a crass, perfect, there we go, a crass example, but true nonetheless. All right, you need to be up one. At least I find it to be true. I know, respectfully, Noodles, who is not in the chat, I just like saying her name, or their name, they rely heavily on story, which again, I do too, but I need to resize this. Project, is that the actual camera setting itself? Because it looks like it's fitting with the camera. I think it's a play window, so that's project settings. That is project settings, display? Is it display? Display, window, okay. Full screen, let's make this windowed. 1152 by 648 seems like such weird numbers. I don't know why I had it like that. But let me just change it from windowed and see where that puts us at. Okay. Changing it from windowed was the solution for sure. And ultimately, when you're playing this on itch.io or whatever, that's how it's going to be. There's obviously some things we need to adjust. Some pixels are off. Oh, I can't properly judge it that way. Here on the X and Y axis, so we'll just adjust that super quick for the grass and for the goal points. And I'm gonna make it 1-to-1, so we're gonna hold Alt and drag it a bit, and that should solve it. And then these boys, I said these boys, okay, you're being a butt. Are you gonna not let me select multiple? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these boys. I don't know why you're being a butt. Alright, let's do it like this. I guess it won't let me do it individually, which I don't know why it wouldn't. Seems weird, but whatever. Drag. Well, you can live off story. Huge areas of visual novels. I think most of are little more than images. I'm sure they get lots of numbers. Yeah, uh, lost in the numbers. Gotcha. Yeah, and there is. I mean, my to that point, my most successful, if you want to call it that, my most successful game. I determining success by the strict analytics of. Come on now, project, you. Oh, projects, you, analytics, most viewed and played game I've ever made, did not have amazing mechanics. It strictly focused on the aesthetics, which was a cool motion, good models, if you will, or good assets I used, good soundtrack, and good soundtrack and good story. Which I like. Oh, take pain to purpose. Go through. I went through personal pain and tried to incorporate that throughout the story in a more thematic, dramatic way. So again, this did not have great gameplay. Arguably the worst gameplay out of all of my games, if you can even say that. Is Money Stacker? Oh no, Money Stacker is not published. Nor is You're Offended. I guess I took both of those down. So yeah, I would say that's the worst, but the most cohesive as far as mechanics and aesthetic. So many, I'm sure they get lost in the numbers. Yeah. I wouldn't want to do a visual novel per se. I really think because, to your point, you need to kind of have a audience behind you. To like be a Twitch streamer or something like that, or use a sexy, what the hell is that thing called, like VTuber model or something like that. Like I think you need a hook, you need an audience to support you throughout that, because like you said, it's very easy to get lost in the numbers of how many people are making visual novels. Of course, cream of the crop always rises to the top, but yeah. Oh, did it? 4.4 released today. Is that what is the terminology for that? LTS? You put it in the chat. Hold on, let me grab this. Ooh boy. Ooh my god, yes. Oh god. Ooh boy. Jolt Pit. Wow. Window management is huge. Window management is huge. Care about VR. VR is very cool, and I would love to make a game in VR, but I don't care about that right now. Excuse me. Very cool. Very cool. Oh my god. Did I just upgrade? I'm afraid it's gonna break my project, but I'm like, oh, this looks just sexy. As you know, nerds, I think you get what I mean by sexy. It looks sexy. Yeah. I was like, that doesn't hugely affect me per se, but I do see, just for generally, to be able to have, where is it? I just had it. Oh, did I not pass it? Here we go, yeah. The type dictionaries, be huge. And maybe this does affect me more than I realize. Let me just check. What's it reading me on this? Is it here? No? Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, so yeah, this is gonna make a lot of programming. Very cool. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna finish this game. I'm not gonna get 4.4 today, as sexy and excited as I am. Truly, I'm not gonna get it today. I'm gonna finish the project on 4.2. I believe I'm on, and then with the, I'm trying to think of a project name for it that I don't. Project. No, that sounds sexual. Project Toy. Kill Toy is how I'll call it. Project Kill Toy. And it will be on 4.4. I'm just really excited to play around with this and see the improvements. Especially since Project Kill Toy will be in 3D. 4.3. I may be using 4.3. You may be right on that. I don't recall which one right now. I feel like I'm behind, but I don't really remember. Does it say here? Yep, 4.3. Before dictionaries weren't typed, it always had to be an open type. Would accept anything. This hurts the performance and means you wouldn't get autocomplete with them because the editor didn't know what type. Oh, okay, gotcha. Thank you for helping me understand that a little bit more, because I was like, I see certain applications of this, but I don't understand it well enough to know everything that this encompasses. But yeah, that's really good. And I think even on the stream we encountered that problem before with the autocomplete, and that just tripping me up going throughout it, because it's like, oh no, I can still reference that variable, or I can still reference that property, but I didn't realize I could. That'll help with that, as well as, again, you know, make like I think it reminds me of not C#, but like a higher, I don't want to say higher, but maybe lower programming language where you need to be a better, like the system of the programming language makes you a better programmer because it doesn't let you do shit that doesn't make sense. If that made sense. Sorry. Yep. Always shows at the bottom of the window. It shows 4.3. Yep. Okay. So where was I? Thank you for telling me about that. I'm super excited, and I actually do want to read through more of this, especially before I migrate the project over to 4.4. Oh, there's a migration guide. Well, that's very helpful. Although, again, I'm pretty sure Project Kill Toy will... Compatible. Okay, well, I only care about C# or GD script. I'm not doing Python-esque, I'm not doing anything. Removes many parameters. Okay. Not a major overhaul as far as the GD script side goes. So that's good. Alright, cool. Alright, I'm getting distracted. Let's go back into it. I'm just really excited to look at that later. Or to play with this later. See the improvements, especially since we'll be in 3D for Kill Toy. Super excited for that. But where are we with this? Let me just double check here. Where are we with this? I know I just fixed the... Okay. Now it looks weirder. Oh, because I partly because of the changed position of the letters, and that was because of the shader that I was being applied, and I'm gonna reapply this visibility on. Because again, I was focused on editing it before, but we're not doing that. Let's bring you back. Oh, no, bring you forward, I guess. My bad. Bring you forward. Forward. Now, I think I covered it accidentally. There we go. Yeah, no, EndNull. I did a game dev. I'm sorry, I'm getting stupidly giddy. A game dev tangent is always welcome. Without the tangents that you have introduced, I wouldn't have paid attention to our understanding pointers. Right? You helped me with that. You also helped me with, and I forgot to buy the tickets. I'll buy the tickets soon, but for not GDQ, Dragon Con, I have to buy the tickets for that. So I appreciate the tangents and sidebars and things like that. 100%. It really helps me out, and also helps break this apart so it's not so monotonous. Because it can, like, I've made it a habit to study or watch. What the hell is the volume? There we go. Oh, also, where's the win point? You can't really tell. I'll adjust this. I'll adjust this for sure. Okay, what am I gonna adjust? I'm gonna adjust. Sorry, I just need to get this in my head because I know I don't want to bounce back and forth. I just want this to be fixed. Kids playground. Okay, we're not concerned about the feedback right now. We are doing what is wrong, and what was wrong is, move you over here. A and N need to be top corners. Too much empty space, but this is lower on the priority list. Let me specify for myself before I get confused. Lower priority, I can spell. He says not convincing anybody. Not sure where your center rope went. Yeah, exactly. Center rope. Center rope point is gone. Or I'll say not visible, because I'm sure it's not gone. Not visible. And then, yeah, too much empty space. This feels weird. This feels weird. And the dogs feel too small for the space. Also, you can't read the keyboard. Dogs too small for screen. Can't read keyboard because of shader. I think that's about right now. Username that is good is, I think, honestly, my favorite username I've ever seen in my entire life. Username that is good is awesome. That's awesome. It reminds me of, there's somebody in my apartment who has a router that is like witty router name, and I was like, I love that. I love like a self-aware thing of like, I don't know, like I'm just doing a thing. I love that so much. It's going well. It's going well. I hope you're doing well, man. Or, oh, sorry, person. I don't know. I don't know if you're a man or not. With a username that is good. I love that so much. Where's my win point? Win point is here. It is not visible, so we need to increase the z-axis. Yeah, z-axis. Wait, what the fuck? Why is it affecting them differently? That doesn't make sense to me. Why? Hold on. Revert it back to where we were. It goes back. The win point then, so it has to be a separate sprite, I'm guessing? That's the rope. What the fuck? Yeah, it's a great username. It's a great username. You should laugh at it. Dude, if you don't laugh at it, I question your sense of humor. Like, that's funny. That's objectively funny. And if you don't think so, fuck you. Respectfully. Okay, so it needed to be back a bit. I think. Let's see. Okay, can't see it. Okay, not 3. Is it 4 then? Get out of here. You move something behind the background. Yeah, I didn't think I did, but I guess. Let's have it at 4. Okay, where the fuck? Okay, well now 4 is ahead of the shader, so that doesn't look right. I'm just confused as to. I thought I had this yellow box as like a separate. Yeah, I did. I do. Okay. That's what was fucking me up. It wasn't the rope itself. It was this stupid thing. So this stupid thing should be on the same one layer behind, or I guess the same layer as the rope. Rope is z-axis 4, or it should be one behind that, the rope actually. So z-axis is 4, z-axis. Wait, is that positive 4 or negative 4? Positive 4. So it should be negative 3. Bitch! I thought I had it. Alright. Both of them on negative 4? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing wrong. Okay. I'm clicking around and being fucking random. No idea what you've done now. No idea what you've done now is exactly where I'm at mentally. What have I done? What the fuck have I... You know what I'm going to do? Revert. Win points back. Rope. Dogs. You're all going back to your original position. So, without any edits, this is where we're at. Cool. Which is more accurate than I was before. I just need to increase or decrease the layer of the player 1 win point by 1, is my thinking. Where are you? Win point decreased by 1, which brings you to 0. Bitch. Everything else is right. Negative 1. Bitch. Everything else is right. Am I sure that's what the problem is? I'm pretty sure. Okay, areas are still working right. I just need I'm getting into Godot a bit so far, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if, again, your username is great. A username that is good. I don't know if this is your first game engine or your first, like, software-related project, but it's super intimidating at first, and it always takes way longer than you want it to. But you can definitely learn very quickly if you do the right things. I'm not the one to listen to about doing the right things. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Humbly, I am absolutely not the person to listen to. Listen to somebody better than me. What's his name? Jonas on YouTube, a great game developer who has done games in Unity and Godot. He's somebody to listen to, but yeah, it sucks in the beginning. There's so much to learn. It can be really intimidating. Okay, that's right as far as layer, and player 2 is right as far as layer. It's just this stupid thing. The rope is right here, so it does have to ultimately lay on player 1 win border, which needs to be 1 layer back. Okay, I think I said that before, but I'm just doing 2D right now, and I think that's a good call. Tell you what, I think that's a great call. I don't think that you should. Oh, I could just make it the same layer as the other one. Duh. As somebody that is recently going into 3D, it's a whole new caboodle. It's interesting how adding one axis changes everything. Yeah, sticking with 2D, I think is a great call. Plus, there's so many games that you absolutely love that are just 2D games. So you can absolutely make something you love in 2D, and it's simpler. So you're making the right call. Z ordering 0. Okay, so you need to be 0, right? That's the definitive logic. How? What the fuck is that then? Why? You're on the same layer. How are you ahead here, but you're not ahead here? Is the rope off? Well, then the rope would be off for that one too, right? I don't know. Middle ground. Yeah. Yeah, I do think that the Brachy's tutorial is solid. But I also remember when I first started game development, I followed a Brachy's video, and in that video there were so many different things that you couldn't one-to-one it. You couldn't look at his code and do exactly what he did, and it would work just fine. It just doesn't often in game development, and maybe it's just a factor of me being dumb, but it just doesn't work that way. Often you have to figure out, okay, like it should work this way, but it's not working this way, and why. But yeah, unfortunately, I have yet to find a tutorial where I'm able to follow it one-to-one and everything works the way it should. It just has never happened for me. Zero. 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 They're all on the same thing. So the win point is also on 0. So if I just increase it by 1, maybe, does that bring in the whole thing because that's the parent of everybody? Let's see. Yes, it does. Cool. That's what I wanted. Alright. So let's do this. And okay, I think I was like, it's weird where the letters are, but I am going to address that in a second. So center point is not visible. We can cross that off. I don't remember how to cross things out. That control this one? Nope. And shift this one? Nope. Yes. No. What the fuck? Why wouldn't that be crossed out? Okay. Let me just look this up really quick. Okay, but there has to be a hotkey for it, right? Oh, you can install and plug in. Alright, well, I'm not going to look for a plugin right now and figure out how to do that. I'm just going to do it the stupid way. Where is that squiggly? Where are you, squiggly? On each side, I think. Yeah, yep. Oh, right click and highlight the text too. Boop. Oh wait, no, not dogs. Empty. No, where is it? I didn't do that one. What the one? Not that one. Not that one. Can't read. Keyboard. All right. Well, I know there was an objective about not being able to see that one, but it's not even here anymore. So fuck it. Let me just test this out really quick because wait, do I have this on repeat? Yes, I do. Good. Username, that is good, man. That's so good. Having my day. Not really. I had a pretty good day, but like, but I am happy about it. Oh, duh, stupid. Okay, so you need to be... Do I need to increase the size of these letters? What happened that everything is so... Everything is off. Alright, first, easy fix. Let me just do that really quick. It's behind, so it should be 3. Yep. Alright. Think Jay missed this question. Oh, sorry, I for sure did. Where is your question? Oh, how long have you been doing game development? I've been doing game development for 7, 8 years, but and I really want to preface it with I did those 7 or 8 years of game development sporadically. I was not focused for the vast majority of it. If I had to count when I was actually focused, it would be like 2 or 3 years. But I have been doing it for about 7 or 8 years now, just on and off. There was a time where I was just like, oh, I'm gonna get side hustles and I'm gonna be an entrepreneur and blah blah blah. And I did make money and I was relatively successful, but I was just so distracted and shit. I forgot what day it was, but I reached a point where I was making money on something I was stressing over and I really didn't even give a shit about it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna stop doing a bunch of shit that I don't care about, and then let me just focus on the things I do care about, even if it's gonna make me less money in the short term. So, long answer to your question. Again, 7 to 8 years. Focused years, 2 to 3. Two years ago, my brain broke. I went into the trash. Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. I can't. I felt that on the spiritual level, my guy. EndNull here is like a super smart guy. But if you're not like, and he went to college for it. But if you don't go to college for it and you're just pursuing this as an individual that's like, hey, I want to make games, I want to make cool shit, it can be intimidating. It's so much to learn. Like, you don't realize it's hard. It's really, really hard to teach yourself this stuff. It's really, really hard to do it. But I'll tell you what everybody told me, and I wish I would have listened earlier, is that, again, do game jams as often as you can, and play test as often as you can. Those are the 2 bits of advice I think would have sped my journey up dramatically. Is that I didn't watch so many tutorials and actually made games via game jams, even if I didn't finish them. But you know, there is an emphasis. You should finish games. That's another thing. I don't know, but yeah, not 100. Again, I'm not 100% the guy you should be listening to. But EndNull super smart. So I would what they suggest, I'm gonna be for, more than likely. Yeah, and that's part of why I didn't. I was super. That looks worse. And I know why it looks worse, because at the end of this shader, it extends a part of, like, the that's how the lens works. It kind of like warps the shape of the pixels, which adds to that cool effect of like having a boom tube TV, but not exactly it. Semi-old guy, yeah. Oh, that's adorable. Selling coffee with your family is super cute. I mean, I hope it is. I know that we're also working with your family can be very stressful at times, and the expectations and stuff thereof can be weird. But super cute, theoretically. But yeah, I mean, you're super young in doing it. Like that is good. As EndNull even said. But yeah, you starting so young is great. I wish I would have started earlier. I started when I was like, again, I've been doing this for about 7-8 years, so 8 minus my age. I've been doing this since I've been 21, 22. But again, most of those years were unfocused because, similar to you, a username that is good, I spent a lot of that time being intimidated by the software. Like I felt like I felt so dumb, and it was so intimidating and annoying to be able to be like, I just want to make the player move. I just want to do this. I just want to do this. So you have to like build calluses for that type of stuff, because most of the time it's not working out. Most of the time it doesn't work. Like right now with this weirdness. If I just decrease the shader size, I think that'll also solve some of my problems here. Decrease the shader size. Nope, that's not it. That's definitely not what I'm trying to do. Nope. 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 Bitch. Oh, because I got the wrong thing. Come on now. You're so annoying. Just do what I want you to do. Do what I want you to do. Okay, cool. Decrease the shader size a bit, decrease the grass a bit. Why are you grass? This is poorly organized. I feel that in my bones. Grass. Oh yeah, and again, I did start off with Unity. I did Unity for most of my game dev time. So about like 4 or 5 years, and then I realized I was like, oh, this isn't working. Not that it isn't working, and not that people can't make great games in Unity. They can. It just was not the engine for me. And it took me too long to be like, let me try a different engine. I kept trying to make Unity work for myself, and it just didn't. Now I need to watch my language. So, kids today with the internet. I love how even you worded that. No, kids these days with their internet. I'm sure you've been tainted. And I was like, I mean, that's absolutely fair too. I mean, especially being like a person of color on, playing Call of Duty, like you hear crazy shit. I don't know if you're a person of color, a user name that's good. I just feel like I have to say the whole thing because it's so good. Okay, now that this is a little bit more fucked up, but a little bit more right as well. Having these overlap is annoying. So what exactly is wrong? Camera. Let's zoom in the camera a little bit. What does a little bit mean? Let's say 50 to 150 pixels right and left. On x-axis. Oh, also y-axis. Well, no. X-axis, that's gonna be, yeah, let's say 100. And then x and y will do about 100 as far as the adjustment. And then that should resolve it. And then we're gonna have to do something about this empty space, because even with the shader, it just feels weird. Grade school is crazy though, especially as, you know, EndNull and I are like full-grown adults with a job. Well, you have a job. I was about to say with jobs, you got a job. All right. Where the fuck was I? Okay. Oh, and I can actually look at the camera like this. Oh no, it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. How do I refocus it? There we go. Okay, so there is, and I'll do Alt or Control. There we go. So that way it's a bit more focused. And then again, we just need to, yeah. And then, no, that's not right. Leave it be more flexible for it now. Okay. So let's just decrease the X and Y. But it has to be uniform, which is the only thing. When you give a mentally challenged suicide kid a phone, you won't hear at the end of it. What the fuck? Hold on. When you give a mentally challenged suicidal kid a phone, you won't hear the end of it. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's 1-to-1, but I think that's gonna give us too much space, right? I just wanted to see. Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. But not exactly 100% off of where we want to be. I said a couple pixels to the right and left. It was at 0.5, so let's say 6.5 or 0.65. Nope. 0.75. Can I do a preview window? What am I doing? Oh, is that for 3D only? I think that's for 3D only. Yep. That's what I believe. Okay. So, hold on, let me turn off the shader real quick. But, what is it? What do you look like? Oh, whoops. %of my school, yeah. Yeah, it's really hard to compare timelines of like certain things were better and certain things were worse. Yeah, that's always the case. When I was in school, again, I'm almost 30 now, but when I was in school, I know somebody in our school was the first person that like our teachers, or it didn't exist for our teachers to like kill themselves because of cyberbullying. So it's like it's a completely different ball game as far as what life is like from generation to generation. So people that have kids, and nowadays, I say as somebody that has a kid, is like, you're crazy optimistic about the world. Like, alright, hold on, let me put the shader on, because that's obviously going to affect spacing and everything. Okay, so we need to... am I right with 1:1? Or maybe it should be 1.5? I didn't think it would be that much. Okay, alright, well now we're going in the opposite direction of what we want. What did 0.5 look like again? Oops. I know there's a more effective way to do this, but I can't think of it right now. Alright, so 0.5 is just slightly off, so maybe if we do 0.59. Oh wait, I didn't apply uniformly. There we go. That screws up the letters a bit. 9 to reduce that by 3, that brings us to 6. Still slightly off. That's so funny talking to a kid, a kid of these days being like kids these days. There's a beautiful irony of that, to that. I think middle age is like 60 something, right? What is middle age? $40 to $60. $40 seems crazy young to call that middle aged. Between 40 and 60. I feel like that's off. If anything, I think it should be 50 to 60. But no, I don't know. I don't know where they're getting this information. Middle, that's BBC. Says it starts at 55. I guess this is a cultural thing rather than like a... Well, no, middle of age on average, right? What is the average age that men die? I feel like this is gonna be a really depressing number. What age do men usually die in the U.S.? Because I don't care about any place else. Damn, man, it's crazy young. Get the fuck out of here. Where are you getting this information? That's crazy. 73 is so young to die. I feel that way. I'm almost 30, so that's to be like, hey, you're 30, then I'm like at midlife, like technically, right? The fuck? Okay, 2022. This is like super outdated statistics. 2023, 81. That makes more sense. Yeah, by that I'm past middle age. Yeah, exactly. Like many people in the U.S., I mean, our foods are horrible, right? Our foods are horrible. Our lifestyle is horrible. We don't live a particularly great social, physical life on average, as far as Americans. Not everybody, but on average. I guess either way, yeah, because if right, it's going up by about, damn, it decreased. Oh, well, okay, COVID, right, duh. So, I mean, it's not increasing by much. So, if by major decrease, but then there's COVID in isolation for like 2-3 years, so that makes sense. So, these are the only two numbers that feel real. COVID was like a mythological time. So Yeah, I guess 82. So yeah, 40 something. Yeah, it has to be 40. All right. Enough tangents, but like I was like, oh, that's crazy young. That's so crazy young. Damn you, cheap viewers. I have a meeting with a streaming buddy of mine, Noodles, who has come in the chat before to discuss how to make the stream better overall, and that part of that is getting that fucker out of here. That does the cheap views. Those bots need to get out of here. Step away for a second to this spam. Yeah, of course. This channel is largely dependent on you, EndNull. No, it's not even me. I'm just like a monkey. I shouldn't say that because I'm black, but you know what I mean. Oh, whoops, without the shader. Extends it. If it's gonna extend it by a couple of pixels, thank you, EndNull. If it's gonna extend it by a couple of pixels, then I need to. If it's gonna extend it by a couple of pixels, I need to increase it by. Where are you? 537. Or do it uniform. 537 to. That's still 537? What the fuck? Oh no, yeah. 537 is here, so 568, maybe? Nope. Great question, EndNull. Another thing I wish I would have done is, yeah, I mean, I appreciate your jealousy, EndNull. I'd rather be in your position where I could really execute, but I'm struggling for ideas. I have so many game ideas because I've, same as you, I'm sure you're a kid and you're like, oh, I have so many ideas for games. The only difference is I wrote these down perpetually because I thought one day I'm going to be able to approach a game developer and tell them, here's some ideas, and they're going to give a shit. Wrong. Turns out I was the game developer to pass it to. I appreciate your jealousy, though. The fact that you're jealous of anything of mine is like, what? You got an amazing wife. You got an amazing, great job. Yeah, I have so many ideas. I just need to be better at execution. Once I am, oh, dude, I'm fucking unstoppable. Once I get there. But, I get there each stream, each practice at a time. God, I hate this. Why does this look like that? Okay, if it's going to extend it that way, I can't touch on the corners. I have to do it before the corner hits. So I have to do it at about here, which is 507, which is about 300 or 20 or 50. No, I think it's about 50 from the edge. So 50 from the edge. You're here. 50 from the edge would be 587 about. Oh, no, because we're reducing. So sorry, where were we? Here is, what was the original position? Oh, no. Okay, 931, I've reduced about 50 is 880 something. There we go. I got multiple paragraphs about games I want to make. Yeah, and that's great, man. Again, like this, there's this great, I'm not sure if it's gonna be here. Yep. I'll put this in the chat to kind of help you course. I keep forgetting my stupid stream doesn't work that way. Let me do it like this. But yeah, creating those game design docs is really great. And here is a game design doc that is from Pirate Software that is really good to plug your ideas into. Yeah. So many game ideas, I just need to get better execution. Like, once I can, oh my god, dude. I love to be like old school id Software. If you don't know, like old school id Software, like sold games constantly. And I'd love to do that. Just small, enjoyable experiences. That's really all I want to do, and then work on big projects like well, I think Kill Toy is going to be a big project, which I really look forward to. I love the idea of it. Super excited to work on that. I think that's going to be too far to the right. No, that's okay. Now, can I make them bigger? If I make the spawn points bigger, would they? Is that even how that works, Jay? I don't think so. 90% sure that's not how it works. Yeah, no, that's not how it works. But the position still is off. Let me see here really quick. Wizard gambling, that's a mixture of line bar and yeah, definitely not simple. For sure not simple. Because you're mixing like three different things, and within those things I see so many different complicated things in there. But that's just again, I say this all the time in stream. I'm like a dummy dev. You very well could be smarter than me, and you're able to execute on it far more efficiently. But yeah, that's for sure complicated idea. You need to change the size of the screen size for the letters, or change the size of them when they are instance in the. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. But if I'm changing the size of the letters, I have to change. Pardon. So getting over a bit of sickness. I would have to change the size for all of them. But you bring up a good point as always. Let me rerun this, and let's see if I just maybe just changing the screen size would be the answer. Let's go with screen size. Let's go with that one. Oh man. And we're gonna make the screen size smaller, right? Smaller is a decrease or increase of, because one is what? One is super zoomed in, right? Yeah. So we're not doing the super zoomed in. We're not gonna do 0.56 since that was a little bit too out. We're gonna do 0.6. Okay. Not 0.6, 0.8. This is the importance of version control. I gotta get version control on these. I used to do it for like larger projects, but I need to start doing it for smaller ones too, because I'm redoing a lot of the work I had already done before, because I was experimenting. Before I should have, honestly. You don't polish before you're done. That was a very rookie mistake on my part, truly. 0.9 is closer. Do we want to go with 0.9? I mean, it's pretty readable. The keyboard's really readable. I kind of like the weird thing it's doing with the legs here. Let's go with 0.9. And then let's just decrease the size of, or not the size, the location of the spawn points. Good suggestion, as always, by EndNull. Bada boop. Oh, okay. Not in frame. Take off the shader. You should be in frame, no? The fuck? Excuse me, the fuck? Okay, still need to be in closer. Okay, let's make you like, yeah. And then let's make you, same thing, like flat with that. Yep, perfect. Okay, and let's lower you both a bit and then put you out to the right a little bit. Dog. Dog. Okay, with the shader. Cool. Perfect. All right. Now, I'm pretty sure. Again, we'll address the audio when we're at the polish level. We do know that bug is there, and I think we just need to add another bus to the audio to resolve that because of the competing audio sources. Oh, okay, cool. It breaks at M, gets good feedback. Breaks at M, very good feedback. Oh, I love Papers, Please. Papers, Please is a great game. Change the size of the instance, not 100% sure the code, right? You can do it in code. Yeah, I could have done that as well. Right, with each spawn point, set the scale to be a particular number. I could have done that as well. Now, that would have made sense. That would have been a quicker solution, for sure. Which I should always go with. I'm like, if I'm doing something repeatedly, I'm like, there's a code solution. Try to find the code solution, because there's no point otherwise. Okay, I think all that's good, but we need the animation now to start working. Oh no, M is broken. Let's fix M. Yeah, for sure. We were just talking, and Noel and I were talking. One of these streams, I want to do what I'm about to suggest to you, which is like play good and bad video games, and then analyze it. And then attempt to recreate maybe an element. There was a God, what's the name of that game? It did super well. It did bonkers numbers on Steam a while back. Let me see if I can actually pull it up. But yeah, I heavily suggest playing like legendary great games and then maybe some legendary bad games as well. I think maybe on Thursday I'll start making that part of my stream. Maybe it would be on this list. If not, maybe on my wish list. Okay, so it has to be my wish list. It did bonkers numbers. I don't remember what it's called. God, what was the name of that game? Oh, no, sorry. Yes, Slay the Princess. If you haven't played it, I heavily suggest you play it. It's such a good game. I only played the demo and I absolutely loved it. But the reason I bring it up is because there's a mechanic within it where again, it's largely visual novel-esque based. It's way more complicated than that, but that's putting it simply. But I played this game. I saw a mechanic that I really liked, and that's how I added the... because I really liked it, I added it to my next game, which is, again, my quote-unquote most successful game, Anger Spreads. Which I'll just quickly show off that mechanic. It's a very, very small thing. It's just a modification of the camera versus it's a parallax effect, essentially. I mean, run past this part. This part. This little parallax effect with the camera to be able to look around the scene. Really, really cool. I love that. I love the text thing. So yeah, there was a couple different things I really liked about Slay the Princess that I incorporated into my next game. So heavily recommend playing legendary games and like whatever is hitting now. I have head of... You have Head of Slay the Princess. Good game, number 1, Firewatch. Best game I've played. Oh, I don't think I've even heard of Firewatch. Maybe I have and competing volumes. Let me take that out. Firewatch. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played this. No, I've heard of it, but I've never played it. I mean, doing very well for itself. And 82,000 reviews is crazy because, as you may know, as a developer, you know that most people don't review games. I think it's like a third, like 33% of people play games. So if you times this by 3, that's about approximately how many people have played or bought the game. And that's insane. That's so good. I mean, the visuals look great. Like, they have a really good shader for the sky. Great, like, volumetric lighting. Really beautiful color palette. It's like a toon shader almost applied to the textures of everything. Even this is kind of like a... I forgot. I don't... No. Very cool. Yeah, again, I've never played it, but looks really, really cool. I love a toon shader. Ooh, cool. That startled me, so that's cool. Very cool to have that in your trailer, a startle point. Big spooky too. Yeah, it gives big spook vibes. It gives very big spook vibes because of the I mean, just you falling and then being reliant on it kind of gives like Resident Evil 4, but more helpless. But I would have to see. Heavy story, big emotions, big good. Big good. Yeah, and no, you should play it. You should play it. Definitely something I want to add. There's so many. I mean, that's why my wish list is like 32 long, because people in stream and outside of stream have suggested so many good games that I have yet to play. So many. What is the cheapest on this list? I gotta start getting through it here. Oh, it is already filtered by price. So Bamboo Forest, and then this one, which came out. No reviews yet. One review, but I follow primarily indie devs, so that makes sense. Actually, it doesn't even look like a game I would enjoy. I don't know why I wishlist this. Probably to support a fellow indie dev, because this does not look like a game I would play. No offense to this game, it just does not look like something I would actually sink time into. Anyway, back on track. Ori games for action platformers, yeah, for sure. Tunic, really good action adventure game. Yeah, I played the demo for Tunic, really great. Gave me old school Legend of Zelda vibes immediately from the art style, the super mysterious text. Everything was like very cool OG Legend of Zelda, which I love. Half-Life, again, I think on Thursday I'm gonna play Big Messiah on stream. Big Messiah? Black Messiah? I forgot the name of it now. Black Mesa, which is a redoing of Half-Life. So I definitely want to play that. And I'll have to redo it because I don't remember anything that was happening in the story. Outer Wilds, I heard also great things about. So yeah, there's so many that I really have to get around to playing and analyzing. Chrono Trigger is always, yeah. I mean, yeah. Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, and Golden Sun are my favorite RPGs of all time. I guess Baldur's Gate goes up there too, but like, they matter more to me. I had a big playthrough at my friend's place. Best time of my 2020 probably. Oh, that's awesome. It was a playthrough of was it a playthrough of what the hell is it called? Firewatch. Sorry, I was like, what was that game we were just looking at? Why does it break at M? Let's see. All of the letters. M is here. M is in the scene. But why doesn't... What is the error that we get at M that causes that to be an issue? Why does it break at M? I'll apply the shader in a little bit. Okay, here is M. So M is fine. It's N, that's the problem. Invalid assignment or key of global position with value vector 2 based on null instance. So it's saying what I'm referencing as far as N doesn't exist. N doesn't exist. Why? Does the array not I mean, the counter starts at 0, and then it would go through. It starts at 0, and then it goes through. Invalid index 13 is out of bounds. One, two, three, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, okay. That makes sense, actually. Okay. Because there's only 12 letters. Oh, wait, how does that make sense? 12, 24. How many letters are there in the alphabet? How many letters? I feel like it was 26. But am I wrong? Yeah, 26. Okay. Is it 24? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait, fuck me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Oh, okay. Ampersand was a letter? Interesting. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. 26 for sure. Okay. So if it's 26, 12, that's not even. How did I break this apart? So that's 12. is 1, 2, 0. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13. Oh, okay, but I'm indexing, starting counting as 0. So no, it is even. Okay, cool. 13, 13, 26 total. That makes sense. Okay. Hey man, again, I the fact that I'm a fully grown man, almost in my 30s, and I was like, how many letters are there in the alphabet? I thought it was. I think I said the same number as you. I thought it was 24, but it's 26. Steam library is over 2K games in it. What the fuck, EndNull? Somebody needs to take your card away. Your wife needs to take your card away. That's crazy. Yeah, 26. It was 26 letters. More on other network PCs than are on console in the years of which I only have a Nintendo Switch right now, the current gen. Hard to call a Switch current though. Yeah, it's not necessarily current gen, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Of the big three, if you will, you know, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Holy crap. 2,153. Yeah, I don't have 20. I mean, what was my Steam library? Okay, I wish it would have just gave me a number. Oh, 20. So I have, oh no, I have 22. I have 22 technically. But most of these are demos. A Small Hike, great game. It's not a demo, but great game. Why does it show that I've never played it? Oh, maybe on this PC? Still doesn't make sense. It's attached to Steam. I don't know why. I did play it. It's a great game. Oh, look at the plushie. Alright, sorry. Most of these are demos, so the vast majority of these are demos. And then some of them are just indie devs that I was like, I want to support you, and bought their game. Where is... Anyway, yeah, I don't have anywhere near that number. Long story short. 22. Indecision is a really great game. I heavily recommend this to you, a username that is good. I think it's a super cheap game, and it really shows how little, like, you don't need a lot to make a good game. It's a $3 game, and it did good numbers, from what the developer disclosed, and it really showcases how to do a lot with a little. I don't know how many games I have. I don't have an Xbox. I have a PlayStation. I have no idea how many games there are on that. Can't be a lot though. Yeah, maybe the same amount, 20. Okay, so it breaks at 13. So 13 is out of bounds. So once I should say, in the scoring, where do I have the scoring? Okay, so here's the scoring. We update the player, we update the letter. I guess I'll create a separate function. That's called P1 underscore wins. And in this function, we'll say that when P1, oh, not win, if, sorry, win. Oh, win is a word? I didn't even know win was a keyword. Because I feel like if is win, if that makes sense. If P1 letter counter is double equal to 13, or no, not double equal. Well, a singular equal sign is assignment, so I think double equals is right. If it is 13, then what we're gonna do is call the game over function, which currently does nothing, but we will fix that now. The game over function, oh, I already had game over. So I guess I'll just call that. I'll take that out of P1. I mean, it makes sense to just have one game over function that factors in for both of the players. I have some more on that. You have a problem, EndNull. You have a problem. You have so many games. I love your problem. You have so many games. So many that I'm like, give me some, and then I'll play it on stream. Like, what the fuck? But I have a couple of them. I have a couple good games that we can play on stream for sure. Indecision rings a bell that I don't have. Damn you dare Shuvivu. I don't know what the end of that was. But yeah, I'm guessing you don't have any idea about Indecision. But yeah, it's a really good game. It is very, very short. It's super, super short. It feels weird. It feels ominous. It feels like a fever dream. But in the best possible way. I really, really like this game. And again, it did a lot with very little. Very, very little. Like, it's very basic platforming mechanics of jump, push, left, right. Like, that's really the entirety of it, but they do so much with it. It's really, really good. Super atmospheric. $288! All of those are free. Okay, at least there's that. At least there's that. I'm like, you have a problem, man. I mean, it's a problem I want, but you have a problem. 64. Yeah, I think I have 3. What the hell? Okay, for whatever reason it's not opening. Maybe Twitch or Stream can't, or Steam also can't be open at the same time? Maybe? Alright, I don't know why it's not opening. No idea why it's not opening. One word for remembering everything that you don't you know that one word for remembering something you don't have a memory of. I don't know that word, but that sounds like a great premise for a game. It's definitely not Indecision. That's something else. But that sounds crazy cool. Whatever that word, it sounds like it would be something in German or French, like there wouldn't be an English word for it. Because mainly, I don't even know. Well, I guess you're a collector. You want to get a bunch of stuff that you think you'll enjoy, and then you dive into it as you can. I get that. I was the same way with books, but when I moved across country, I mean across. I'm still on the same coast, but like across from the very tippy top of the country to not the very bottom, but near the bottom. When I moved, I lost a lot of my books and a lot of my games, but that was for the best. I was like, I had so many books and so many games that I was like, I think, like, I'm hoarding. I'm like hoarding all of these games, and there's no point. Like, I can keep lying to myself and be like, I'm gonna read it eventually. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm really not. Yeah, I use Audible for sure. I think it's a Chinese word. Gotcha. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds, again, it sounds too sophisticated to be like an English word. Especially like when you study other languages, you realize how much of a hammer English is. It's so boom, 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 boom. Like there's no finesse to it. I have 3 games on here. I have played all 3. I love all 3. I have not beaten Rogue Trader, I have not beaten Fallout London yet, but I'll get to those. Yeah, and I for sure use Audible. There's that one series, what, Murder Hobo or something like that, and then you had recommended me, so I'm gonna listen to that once I get another Audible credit. I want to say it's Murder Hobo, but I don't know if that's right. I'm pulling it up. On Audible, I have 100 titles, so. But I have read at least, or listened to at least 80 of them. Where's this murder hobo thing? Should be on my wish list. Where is it? No. Recent activity. Oh, there it is. It's called something, and it's full murder hobo. I was right. I thought I was wrong, given how funny the title is, but no. Full murder hobo. Yeah, for sure. Audible says that I have 910. How long have you been a member that you have 910? I've been a member since 2021. So I mean, it's about a book a month, give or take, because there's obviously 100. So there has to be days where I got like 2 or 3, or months rather. I got 2 or 3. Oof. So game over if letter counter if or not poor or P1 letter counter is equal to, and it's not going to be the full 13 because you start indexing at 0, which means it should be 12. Then change the scene to the game over screen, and then do we have game over called? No, we don't have game over called. We'll put that in here before we transition the letter right before play or after play. Game over. Game over, bitch. There we go. I thought Deja Vu was something else. I thought Deja Vu was remember feeling like you. Wait, what did you say? Because maybe I'm literally describing that word for remembering something you don't have a memory of. Yeah, like where. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. Deja Vu. Yep, you're right. Yep. Since 2008. Okay, gotcha. Wow, 2008. Audible's been around for a while. 2008 is crazy. Was I in high school or college? One or the other. No. I don't even think I was. Either way. No, because I graduated around 2014, I think. Alright, let's see if this game over function works, and let's apply the shader so that way we can look at it and get the full gist of where we're at. Can take this out now. EndNull has a clear problem that I want, which is too many video games, too many books. But again, it's a good problem, and I want that problem. Okay, that what? It went over to the game over screen, but after it equaled like 2. That's stupid. Why? If P2 or P1 is equal to 12, I'm gonna do this. See if that solves it. Oh, of course. Not allowed assignment. Yeah, so alright, it was a double equal sign. That makes sense. But Deja Vu is still would still be a pretty cool concept for a game. Yeah, it's very trippy, and I don't. There's so. I mean, I have so many different game ideas, but like a huge part of a game idea is like, okay, what's the game loop of Deja Vu? And I really think that similar to Firewatch, a username that's good. That I feel like that's Deja Vu would be a great concept for like a similar type of game. Yeah, feeling like you've experienced something before, or remember something, but you were like, oh, like a weird sense of familiarity, but different. Like this has happened before, but it was different. Maybe that would be good for like a roguelike, because there's that loop of dying and then coming back, and then the dungeon or scenery or level is slightly different. Maybe that would be good for a roguelike. Or maybe a puzzle type of game of like escaping a mansion or something like that. I don't know. You're the game designer, so you can sharpen that out in the game documentation I put in the chat before. Why? It plays the audio. It goes up to 1. Maybe it needs to be before we update the letter. Maybe it's the placement of this. We should only have it active actually for player 1. Because if it works well for player 1, it's going to work well for player 2. So we'll just figure it like that. It's LM. So we need to increase the counter number by 1, I think. So it should be 13, I guess. So it stops at LM, and M should be the last letter. So. Null instance, we're at M. But sure, update letter. Where does update letter happen in the function? Update letter happens after game over. So that we should have reached game over before it hit update letter. Saying, yeah, you're trying to reach a null instance, well, that shouldn't even matter because we shouldn't even hit that. We should hit the game over before. And once we hit game over, we transition scene. So that error shouldn't matter. Maybe insert main character here has brain damage and cannot remember his past and needs to find clues how to unlock deja vu to further increase his story and explain straight story. Yeah, that sounds interesting. That would be really cool. One of my favorite games of all time is Second Sight, where very different than the game you're suggesting, but as you progress through the level, you start to discover bits and pieces of your past that play into the story and environment of where you're at currently. You'll be like at a base talking to somebody, have no idea who the hell they are, and then you'll uncover like, I don't know, a locket or something, and then that'll give you context for like, oh, this is why I'm here, and this is why this person's talking to me like this, and this is how I can move forward. Like it's a really cool trippy type of game. There's videos and essays on it because it is a great game. Second Sight, heavily recommend maybe looking into that as you flesh out your deja vu game for sure. Did you have an off by 1 error? Yeah, classic memory loss for sure. Did I have it off by 1 error? No, I don't remember. I think it was an off by 1 error before, but now I don't remember. Let me see where I'm at. This is the only thing I hate about playtesting. I mean, I guess it's stupid. I was like, I hate this because I have to go through so many letters. Well, you know how you can solve that, idiot? Set the value of the counter to be what you want it to be, which I think is 12. There we go. I was like, why am I going to go through every single letter? Like, I'm a game developer. Why am I doing this? I can just fix it later. Yeah, again, yeah, keep these ideas, because as you become a better and better developer, you'll hopefully be able to execute on these really cool ideas. Again, I don't even know how many. Oops, let me take this out real quick, and then I'll come back to this really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, this game I finished, right? The pirate. Yeah, no, I finished that. This one became Anger Spreads. So I have 3, 5, 6, 7, 6. I have 6 unfinished games that like were just ideas. But as time went on, I just lost interest in those ideas and then moved on to games I actually want to finish. Like these 3 games I'm gonna finish for my kid, and for kids to play, and then I am gonna do. Nothing Can Go Wrong is gonna actually be renamed, which I'll just do that now. Which is gonna be Kill Toy. Oh. Kill Toy. Renamed. Knock a Block, I want to finish that. Bang Bang Stop, another game I want to finish. So many games I want to finish. Queen's Chest. But yeah, again, I have so many different ideas. It is hard once you have an idea to stick with it long enough to finish it. That's incredibly, incredibly hard. Because the first, I don't know, I want to say like week of working on the game is super exciting. But then like the middle part takes fucking forever, and it's so long and arduous and annoying. The middle sucks. Even the end feels great, but like the beginning feels great, the end feels great, the middle, which is the longest period of game development, sucks. In my experience. And I think other game developers will tell you the same. So where was I with the error? It happened, but let me just redo it. I already have the assignment set. So this update, the update P1 function runs before game over. Is that right? Here's this function. Where's this function run? This function is run here. And that's after the game over. So game over should run first. So that means there has to be something wrong with this one. Maybe if we reset this to 12. Damn, what is it? It's a null instance, but we shouldn't even have to worry about that. It should switch over at the point where it becomes 13, so... Easier to hold on to a game idea with a team so you can bounce ideas off, make the game better. I mean, I think it'd just be easy, like, even... Yeah, of course, like, having a team and working together, but, like, just sticking power, because it's so easy as creative people to, like, have really good ideas, but, like, execution is everything. But yeah, for sure. Having different creative people around you, like EndNull, helps not only keep the game on track, but also like for example, we had 2 keyboards before for the game, and that was just ugly. It just didn't look particularly good on the scene. I had like 2 small keyboards for the player, and then it would highlight whatever the letter is for that person. But now having one centralized keyboard, and then everybody can look at that, and it takes up so much of the game space, way better idea than having 2 individual ones. So always great to have a team. Oh, can you go back to your game code for a sec? Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely I can. Absolutely I can. So let me go to the... Where are we? Where was I? Here. Oops. Play. We don't need these 2 lines of code anymore. Well, I can take out this one anyway. this is a great opportunity for me to. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna blow my nose, and it's gonna be gross. So I will be right back. Yeah, I did forget to. Not that I per se forgot to. I forgot to turn off the mic. It's that it's supposed to be mapped to that whenever I put on the "we'll be right back" screen, that it automatically mutes, like the, it's an thing, gate. So like, if I press "be right back," then that screen should pop up and the mic should shut off automatically. But obviously, there's a problem with that because it doesn't work. It wasn't until I looked back and I was like, "Oh, what are they talking about?" As I blow my nose, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I don't know why. I guess I don't know. I'm gonna have to do something with the mapping of it, obviously. Yeah, it's supposed to mute. Yep, the scene changes is supposed to mute it. So when it didn't, and you said that comment, I was like, well, what the fuck? Like, why didn't it do it? Like, I literally, there was a whole reason. But whatever, it didn't do it. So it didn't do it. Unfortunately, whatever. Okay. That being said, where are we? So yeah, the update. This function is called. Yeah, this function is called, but game over should be called first. And when we only have it working on player 1 right now. We have game over that's supposed to run before we look at updating the letter. So that makes me think that there's something wrong with the game over script. And the game over script says if player 1 or player 2 is at the 12th letter, then transition the scene to the game over screen, which looks horrible right now. We'll fix it later, but oh, please what? I may have missed it. Sorry. If, or maybe because I have it running so low, maybe the function should be higher up. Should the function itself be running higher up? Is that like the sequential of the script? Is that it? You said oh and no, so I'm curious of what you think. As the more seasoned programmer, you let me know. But that's what I'm initially thinking, is that this function needs to be called higher up. If let's give it a shot. 12 or is equal to 12, then give it a shot. Where are we at? No. Yeah, it's calling the update again. 13 is out of bounds. Yeah, but you shouldn't have to worry about 13 because game over should happen first. Let me make sure I wrote down what you said, EndNull, and I'm not like being dumb. And like, dude, you're not listening. I fucking told you how to do it, and you just aren't listening. Let me make sure that's not the case. Okay. If P2 letter counter is double equal to 12, or P1 letter counter is double equal to 12. Yeah. Okay, I did have it right. So I'm just gonna call this ahead of the update function. So where are you, update function? That's where you're at. I'm gonna call you right over here. See if that changes anything. Nope. Does not. I guess maybe a simpler thing then would be in the update function, since this is already being called, to then at that point reference the game over. I guess that would be more simpler, whatever the phrasing of that would be. Thank you, username. That is good. Yeah, I'm in Eastern Standard, so it is 10 o'clock for me too. But yeah, you're in school, so get some rest. Drink water. I hope you have a great day at school tomorrow. Thank you for stopping by, and feel free to stop by any other time. Drop a follow, all that stuff. Have a great night, man. Yeah, next stream is also on tomorrow, Tuesday. Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I wonder how much text your code consists of. I wonder if you can copy paste it in Discord or something like that. Oh, okay. Oh, in a raid from somebody else. Okay, cool. Appreciate you following. Really appreciate it. This is why we raid. This is why we support our fellow devs. Likely too long. I think it does have a few hundred characters in a single message. Probably. Yeah. Let me see. Let's take all this. Open up Discord somewhere where other people can't see it, even though I don't involve myself in anything risque or illegal. I don't know, just the cybersecurity in me is like, you probably don't want to have a private messaging thing open. Oh, you sent me another message and I missed it. Oh, okay, at least it was about 0.4. Okay, that was today at noon. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's that. Wait, hold on. Let me take out the bug line. I'll take out the bug line and I'll take out these two lines and see if that resolves it. Take all this out. Bitch. Alright, yeah, it's gonna be too long. But if I do this, let me do this. Just to slap together a solution really quick. Tug of War J game. Discord. Get all rid of all that, and then I'll just send that file to you. Cool. And you saw me, oh right, I was about to say, you saw me do it, so you don't have to worry about it being malware. Plus you can just expand it in Discord, so that also helps, for sure. So here, then we do all this, and then I'll say if P1, I'll take the same logic of the game over. And then we'll take out game over since it'll be called in the same thing. I'm just opening in no plus plus. Okay, gotcha, yeah. Always better safe than sorry. Now the letters aren't being updated. Oh, because I commented that out rather than the other one. And null instance. Okay, so this has to happen before we spawn. So let me take that, put it over here. Cannot call method of get child. Thirteen is out of bounds. How is 13 out of bounds, though? Index 13 is out of bounds. I wish I could stream earlier. I mean, I can stream earlier in the day, but like that's typically me studying cybersecurity, which is allowed for my job, so that's fine. But I wish I could do game dev earlier in the day, man. Because once it hits like 10 o'clock, I really start to lose steam. I just feel like I become progressively worse, like dumber and dumber as it gets later and later in the day. I'm gonna be studying for my Security Plus soon, and then hopefully before the end of March is my goal to get my Security Plus. And then after that, move over to my CPTS. Spend a few minutes just moving the code blocks around so I can read it. I'm not judging much. It is not, I think we talked about this before. And part of it is like, I'm so used to like the rigidness of like industry code that like now that I'm able to just slap it together, I'm like, haha. But there is also a stupid recklessness to that where it's like it is all over the place. like things aren't appropriately. I mean, I think the organization ends at the me stating all the variables. After that, it starts to become a bit of a jumbled mess. So, but totally get it. Take your time. Again, I've gotten that feedback from a company standpoint, like in my job of like, I don't like the way you format your code. I don't like the way you space it. I don't like this. I don't like that. I totally get it. 100%. Because some people like will code properly, and I hate how it looks. So, really, a preference thing. Whew. Yeah, don't get tired. Come on, keep going. All right. What was the error now? What was that error? What was that error? That error is... Here we're supposed to get the audio. Why is it going to the next line when literally in the update function it should be running? I thought I found a clever way around it. I was like, okay, fine. If you're just going to go into this next function, then I'll just call game over in that function. Or the same logic within that function. But I don't know why that's not working. Update the player count. Boom. If the player count is 12, though, or I guess maybe there should be an else if. Or if the player count is 12, then go over to the game over screen. I think that makes more sense. I think. I don't know. No, it just goes over to the next line, which it should not. It's saying I can't get the child of a null statement. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to. We should transition the scene at this point. What if we don't have a function for it? What if we just call it out straight up? What if we just say, rather than, oh, that is what we're doing. Yeah, that is what we're doing already. How is your player logic working if P1 letter list get child count is greater than 0? Let me see what you're talking about. Oh, if the list and the letter count is greater than 0, then get the child, then get the list, and from that list get the child of whichever one we're at as far as the sequence. I think that makes sense. How is your player logic working? Yeah. If, let me reread it, because maybe that's, if the P1 letter list, then we get the child of the P1 letter list. If the children count of that is greater than 0, then we continue. I think what you're pointing out is the problem, though. I think this line is the problem, but I'm not sure. Just noticed that for P2 you have -1. Oh, why do I have two different ones? That's stupid. But maybe that's, yeah, maybe I encountered this before and I just didn't. Yeah, -1. Yeah, good point. Let's switch it to -1. See if that changes it. I have no idea. Why would it be? Oh, because you start indexing at 0, so that does make sense. Okay, I think that will solve it. Bitch. No, it didn't. It goes into the next line, but like, why is it going into the next line if it didn't finish the call? It didn't finish all this. It did not. It got the next letter, and then Maybe let's switch this back to if. If this happens, then update the child. And if this happens, then change the scene. This also should be at here. If P2, yeah. Okay, I did adjust that. Yeah. I did adjust that, but I don't know. Let's see. Nothing. Got no instance. Wait. Invalid assignment. Because I'm telling it where to spawn, but it's not. It shouldn't even go to the. It shouldn't even. So yeah. So before we update that, so if this, then that. But then that makes this updating the letter contingent on this being 12, which is wrong. So that should go with, hold on. Yeah, so that should go with this. If we have letters in the list, then let's increase it, or just get the next letter in the list as per the counter, and pending, and then take the letter that we identified, take its position, and set it to that position. Okay, so that all makes sense. Letter 1 list. That is pointing to a folder with scenes for letters. Yes, correct. So, yep. So P1 letter folder right here that has A through M. Let me make sure that is I am referencing the right things here. Yep. So it references this node that acts as a folder that holds all of the letters that which are individual scenes for the letters. Yep. Again, I hate programming late at night. I just feel dumber and dumber. No, I don't hate it. I slightly dislike it. Hate is such a strong word for such a minor inconvenience. But your score starts at 12. Yeah, I set it to start at 12, so that way I didn't have to go through A through Z or A through however many. For playtesting's sake. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, the counter. Yeah. The counter starts at 12, so that way it just immediately. It starts at 0 automatically once the game starts, and then once I click over, it'll refer to, oh, what's the score? Oh, it's 12. Oh, maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe I should set it before 12. Maybe I should set the counter before 12. Counter. Let's set it to 11. Wait, that was P1? Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure. Okay, yep, that was the issue. You called it. That was the issue. I was referencing the wrong thing. I was saying, like, if it hits 12, but we were already at 12, so it didn't have anywhere to go other than the next line of code. Because it was like, oh, well, we're at 12, so I guess he wants me to do the next thing. Exactly. Yep. So cool. All right. So now that works, I can set this back to 0, and then I can just set that for player 2 as well. Where are you? Another fix would, yeah. Another fix would be in this. Yeah, game over. Yeah. So let me first put the game over to Where are you, bitch? Well, actually, I don't even need the game over, right? Am I even using game over in the thing? I don't think I am. Score, 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 score. Yeah, I'm not even using game over, so I don't need this function anymore. Because update letter is doing the same thing. Which I know you're supposed to have a function that only does one thing, but whatever. It didn't work out that way for me, so I am breaking that programming rule. Okay, so let me now update this. It's gonna be the same exact thing. Oops. Same exact thing, but obviously it's gonna be P2 letter counter. And here, there. I'll make sure that works for level 2, or sorry, player for player 2, and by setting the counter, say the same number, which was 11. Yep, cool. So we're at the game over state, great. And then we'll just have to, which is great because again, I'm nearing the end of me being cognitively clear. I'm gonna work on the game over screen, which is relatively simple, or should be relatively simple. So, and game over screen, my brain. Where are you, game over screen? Game over. Cool, 2D. We have like nothing for it right now. Like literally nothing. Let's put this in the center of the screen. Let's save that, and then we'll create 2 buttons, which will be children of this. So button. And the button is going to be slightly down from that. So we're going to put it at the midsection at first. I'm going to click off of it, and then click W and hold. Alright, well, for whatever reason, W isn't working, so let me do that and use Alt. Nope, should be, I guess, Control. And put it there. And then this button is going to say test. No, that looks horrible. Why does it look horrible? It should be in the middle of the screen, no? What the heck is happening? Weird. As a safety check, check that greater than or equal to 12. Yeah, greater than or equal to 12. Good call. Let's give that a shot. Let me make sure I read your thing correctly. Change that to greater than or equal to 12, yeah. And then let me just test that for both of those really quick. 11 and 11. Game over, good. And then quick test again. I said quick test again for player 2. Game over, cool. Alright, so let's just slap together a game over screen. Again, it looks super weird, don't know why. I guess we'll just create the camera because I don't understand why it's off. So we'll just, rather than using it, the default camera it provides, we'll set the camera ourselves. So I think actually that will solve it. Let me see. Yeah. Game over past the X0. Wait, hold on. Pardon. Key point is you are missing about Godot. The top left screen by default is position 00. Oh, okay. I knew that, but I did not remember that. You are above the red line, which is X00. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So that's weird though, or I think it's weird. I don't know if it is actually weird, because if I set it, the orientation should be mid-screen, right? Because if I set it top right orientation as far as the anchor for this text, will it actually be top right? Okay, I don't know where this is. Okay, there it is, but it's not. All right, I'm using this wrong. Oh, maybe it's the top left of this parent node. That's why, rather than the top left of the camera. Should this be married to a color rect? I don't think so. I think that's me being silly. It is. Gotcha. Yeah. It is. So okay. Sorry. Again, this stupid. It gets stupider as the day, time goes on. So this is going to be level select, and then the next button. Literally gonna call it the same exact thing. Duplicate this button since they don't do anything right now, and then that's gonna be called I guess you wouldn't quit, right? Chances are you're not gonna quit it because it's gonna be in a web browser, so you're not gonna quit it. You're gonna, if I'm gonna choose another level, or I'm gonna, I guess retry or replay level. I guess that's the best way to put that. Yeah, you were getting better. That should quit soon. Yeah, for sure. Again, I feel myself getting dumber. Like, and I hate recording myself getting dumber. Like, it just feels like I don't know. I just get this image of like somebody I admire is gonna watch one of my streams and they're gonna be like, "This guy's an idiot." Like, it's like, yeah, but you pulled a clip near 11 o'clock for me, man. I'm tired. Restart. Oh wait, what was restart? I don't know what that was in reference to. Pardon, I missed it. As a restart level. Okay, yeah. Oh, restart level is better. Restart level sounds better. Replay level. Wait, restart, replay. No. I like replay. Replay level. Replay level. Replay, restart. As I'm saying it, I don't know. I'm gonna keep it as replay for the time being. Let's add a script. Nope, that's not how you add a script. This is how you add a script. This is game over screen script. All right, so super easy. I guess it would be the process function, or is it input process function? I'm just gonna put in the process function. Checking it every frame seems excessive. I'm gonna say not sure. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I like replay. Replay is likely better. I don't know if it is or not. But I am gonna stick with replay. I don't know if it is or not. Eventually, when the community is bigger, EndNull, and maybe you're a moderator, and I can throw some money your way for being here, I'd love to be able to do that. That'd be awesome. I mean, even if I could pay for a cup of coffee for you a week, that would be awesome. Because you've helped me out so much. But yeah, input I think is it, and then if dot pressed tree change scene to oh, well, I guess we need a level select thing. Or maybe it shouldn't be, because I mean there's only 2 other games, so maybe you should just be able to select them. The idea of transitioning them to a scene where they would select one of the 2 games seems like a middleman for no reason. So I guess I should just do let me take this out. Let me add a pass for a time being so it stops being red. Go over here. Rather than level select, I'll say, let's say, I don't remember what I named these games. I'm gonna say flying game. And then what was the other game that I made? It was, what was the other game I made? Oh, it's gonna be ladder. Monkey ladder game, I guess. Is monkey ladder. Ladder? The two T's? Ladder? Yeah, I think so. Game. I think that's how you spell it. Okay. Is it? Huh. Climbing a ladder. Ladder with two D's. I guess I don't spell ladder that often. I really thought it was ladder, not ladder. Ladder. I'm 29 years old and finding out that it's ladder, not ladder. I've always called it a ladder with a T. Never called it a ladder with a D. I'm 29 years old. Like, what the fuck? Need to get your social network going, set up a Discord server, YouTube channel with edit versions of the videos, trim down them. Yeah, for sure. That is an aspect of streaming. I just need to. There's so much with streaming I need to get better at. I have the audit that Noodles is gonna do for me in a little bit. And again, Noodles is a more successful streamer than me. They are less consistent than. They are less consistent than they were before. But before they were. Hold on. But she has a really good community, or they have a really good community. They were playing Blatro recently. That's awesome. But yeah, 214 followers. Their stream setup is really professional. They got like this tier 1 thing. So I want to figure out how to do all this stuff that they have done. They even have the little clips set up. I need to figure out that. There's so much of the like social media aspect of it that I need to do that I neglect to do. I just am like, I have a tendency to overthink things, so I was just like, full execute, don't overthink it. And now I need to go back and be like, okay, I do need to be creating more clips. I do need to be able to do these things. I do have a YouTube channel where I have posted this stuff before. That's almost 12 days ago. My God. Yeah, 7 days ago, 12 days ago. Okay. 7 days ago. Okay, that makes more sense. But still, I am posting them, but they're not, to your point, they're not edited. I don't have like good edited clips. I have the full stream in there. Discord, I've done some work, but never to the level the major streamers have. Yeah. Again, I will have to figure that out. I don't know how all that works. I've just used Discord to like talk to my buddies, so I have to figure that out. Trim down to the magic 12 minutes. Yeah. Likely have to, like you said, again, yeah, these are all like 2 hours, 3 hours long. They need to get it trimmed down and to be more entertaining. I did invest in a software to do that. I paid for like a year to auto edit them. I just have yet to properly utilize it. So I'll get there for sure. Likely have to get an editor for your videos. Not my area. I'm happy to help. I'm good at to help with, sadly. Again, always appreciate your support. To expect you to do an editor role is insane. But yeah, I have. I'll show you guys real quick. Oh, or you. I think you're the only one in the stream. It says 2, but I think that's just me pulling it up on stream. I don't know. If it's a lurker, that's fine. You're good to lurk. Let me get this off screen. Let me get this off screen so I can sign in and show you. Yeah, so this is a software I had invested in to auto edit clips together. I just haven't really utilized it because in the times that I have utilized it, which is why I canceled the subscription, um, they aren't really good clips. Like the clips kind of suck. So, and yeah, and that's totally fair that you didn't look for me on YouTube. Again, it's not something I heavily market. I haven't really heavily marketed anything because um, I'm just trying to like be consistent and good at game development, and then I think people will care. But I should be able to create good content in between. Like it shouldn't be like I'm a good game developer and now I refined everything. It should be I became a better game developer and a better content creator as time went on. Oh my god, some of my super old videos, 8 years ago. Wow, yeah, 8 years ago, 5 years ago. I should take some of these videos down for sure. To take some of these videos down for sure. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna take some of these down. Yeah, I mean, paying somebody would be ideal, but in I tried to pay an artist to do my avatar here. It was just such a pain in the ass to nail down the artist, and even when I was like, I'll pay like $200, $300, like just for a little thing so I can do for my Instagram and my YouTube. Super pain in the ass to get a hold of them, and there was two people that took my money and ran. So it's just like I can't. I ended up not doing it, but I'll again I have to figure it out. I'm sure there's a way. Other streamers are able to edit their stuff together and do all this stuff. I can't be the only person that has had these problems and solved them effectively without the use of an AI generated video editor. That is again, with all due respect to this platform and the people that built it, not super good. And it's not super good in that it's not able to properly tell what is a good clip and what is a bad clip. It has an idea and a preface of what is a good clip and a bad clip, but it doesn't fully conceptualize, I guess, the user experience of watching it. It's like, oh, I grabbed this bit of audio, and this bit of audio sounded good, but in the context of a video that's going to be watched, not very good. In my experience, very well, this could be the way I'm using the software is also off. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to. I'll have to. Yeah, I can check out Fiverr for sure. I'll have to check it out. I have to figure it out because I'm sure there's a way to do it. But I also want to do it to the point where I'm not like breaking the bank trying to get these videos edited. Which is why I went with the AI audio. Well, that and not being able to find the editor. But yeah, I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure. Yeah, you're the only one in here. So let me just check here. Fiverr, video editor, Twitch. Twitch highlights, highly rated, starting at $60. No. Up to 180 minutes of footage provided, up to 7 minutes of running time, $60. I mean, $60 isn't that crazy. Paying for it like once a month, and making it like a subscription bill. Oh, per video. Well, this is a super highly rated editor as well. Per video would be crazy. I get why, fully respect. If you're good at your job, you deserve it. But yeah, yeah, it looks like one video. I think you're right. So a highly good rated person here. This $10. Um, thing as well would be like this part of like up to blah 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 minutes of footage provided. That also has to factor me in with these 3 hour streams of giving the person, let's see, at the premium level, and 2 hours of footage versus the 3 hours of footage. I mean, granted, the last hour of each stream isn't super jam packed with cool stuff often. But I was more talking about it for art. Oh, art? Go on, because I'm like getting art for the game. Is that what you're referring to? Or are you like talking about like with Noodles and what they do with the what they do with the what the hell is it called? Like the tier 1 stuff, which I don't even know if I have like my bank account set up to even accept money on Twitch. I have no idea. Again, I really just was like, I need to do more than think about it. You spoke about having to pay somebody to find. Yeah, yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, I could do that. Absolutely, I could do that. And ideally, I would want that to be the same image on Twitch, because I currently have this little thing, which I like, but it's not ideal. But I want it to be the same for Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. Same profile picture type thing. So yeah, I'm sure I could find somebody. I just have to get serious and invest the time to find a person to do that. Yeah. I'm super excited for Dragon Con, but yeah, I should for sure get that figured out before Dragon Con. Because Dragon Con, excuse me, Dragon Con is at what, in like 8 months from now. So not really something I should wait 8 months to do. But definitely, I hope to get in contact with more hackers and content creators, streamers, all that stuff at Dragon Con. I'm really looking forward to it. I was looking at previous videos from other years. I was just like, this is so cool, and I really hope I can cosplay appropriately. And by appropriately, I just mean like a good cosplay. It doesn't have to be amazing. Just I think I talked about it on my other stream of Usopp time skip cosplay. Yeah, it's not like super complicated. This is like just getting this together will be semi-complicated. Getting the straps to fit correctly will be semi-complicated. But I think also I could get like suspenders and just weave that in between and set that up. Another thing to maybe talk about with Noodles, because they do cosplay more than I do. There's a whole floor in dealers building that are nothing but artists. Okay, yeah, for sure. So I'll talk to them. I would love to get that done, and especially to get that done with somebody I meet at DreamCon. That would be awesome. That would be truly awesome. So yeah, I have to, like you said, I have to get serious about getting these edited, because no one's really watching these. I mean, 61 views, 1029, 16, 9. Basically, whenever I say like it's not a serious chat, like where I'm just like chilling or I'm talking to chat, that's when I get the most views. Well, let me see my most viewed thing. Episode of Game Dev and Hacking, 87 views, 61 views, 52 views. I mean, they're not super impressive numbers. I'm just honestly surprised they are even up that high. I mean, in the history of my channel, it's doing well comparatively, because top 3 videos are recent, and then my 4th video is from 4 years ago. I appreciate it. Thank you, EndNull. Thank you. Thank you. And again, this will get better. I will take down some of my old videos, like Persuasion and Manipulation featuring Brendan Burchard. Like, that has nothing to do with game dev at all. Cybernetics doesn't really have anything to do with game dev. A lot of these that have like fucking 2 views. You can view them for the time being, but I'm taking these down. I'm taking these down. But I'm happy at least that my most viewed things are recent. 3 months ago and 2 weeks ago. 3 months ago is still a long time ago, to be honest. To be fair, though. Should figure out what about this video got me 61 views. Should also grab clips from this video. Anyway, so many different things to talk about and figure out. But you could always, unlist them. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because I'm young. I'm about to be 30. That's 8 years ago. So it's like I was like 21 years old at the time. And I mean, I look at that young kid. That's straight up a kid. 4 years ago. I'm saying that shit. Well, before I had a kid. Before I had a kid, I looked way younger. That makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, I won't delete them. Like you said, I'll unlist them. I'll do that. Can I do it here? Oh yeah, here we go. That was way easier than I thought. Okay, let's unlist these. Don't need... We'll keep that one because that's game dev related. Oh, okay, most of these are game dev related. Oh wow, most of these are recent too. Most of these are... The vast majority of these are from February. Cool. Alright, well, good for me. Give myself a pat on the back with that. More action. No, not delete forever. Not add to a playlist. Visibility. Private. Yep. Or unlisted. Update. I understand. It's fine because none of these videos are particularly good or have many views, so cool. All right, cool. Again, thank you for the additional. Now I'm at 21 subscribers. Yay! I'm surprised I didn't get a little notification about it, but anyway. Cool. Now all of the, oh wait, I still see, oh, I see them, but I'm from a different viewpoint than users. Anyway, you could still give links to them, but people could watch. Private, I think, means that only you can see them. Oh, okay. So yeah, no, I guess I should go private for these. Let me do that really quick, and then that will be the end of the stream, because I know it's late for me and you, as well as the kid that was in here before. Unless none of these need to be here. Most of these have nothing to do with game development. Actually, keep that one because that has to do with game development. It has 3 likes on it. Programming, I'll keep that. No. Okay. Not put private. Oh, sorry. Private. Update. Yes, I understand. Oh, cool. Yeah, we'll go with private. But cool. All right, and Noel, as always, thank you very much for. Yeah, it's only you, right? Yep. Thank you very much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Appreciate all your help, and also the help of programming, as well as the call out of like, yeah, I should step up my content game. I should step up the Discord thing. wish I could talk to somebody that's already successful in this, and they could just give me like here's a checklist, do this, do this, do this, do this. I mean, I guess I could intellectualize it and reverse engineer it myself, but I'm being lazy. Anyway, I hope you have a great night, and I will talk to you potentially tomorrow, because that's my next stream. Good night, man. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. No, you actually have a pretty nice life and wife and job and everything, so maybe I would want to be ya. But anyway, see ya.